an alarm that you set, and based on the traffic delay from your current location to your destination, you will wake up earlier depending on the traffic. So you can set the alarm by dragging the dial. So right now it's 10:48, and the delay from my location to where I would normally work currently is a little over 6 minutes. So if I want my alarm to go off very soon, drag my time to 10:50 something. Let's see. It's 10:52, and then I can check my timer here in the console to kind of see how close I got, just for demoing purposes. And so I'm currently past my alarm, so I need to go a little farther. And that counts in seconds down here. So I have 2, 1, oh, gotta go farther. Oh, still past it. One more. So my alarm should go off in roughly 30 seconds. And until then, I'll show you everything else in my app. You can record your own alarm tones. I'll demo this in a second. You have an app that shows you your current location and your destination pin. You can move this pin wherever you like. I'm not going to move it until the alarm goes off, but the pin itself shows your latitude and longitude, and that'll dynamically get the delay.
1, 2, 3, test.
And there's the alarm going off.
1, 2, 3, test.
It just repeats.
1, 2, 3, test.
I have a gesture
1, 2, 3, test.
to turn the alarm off. Cool, it worked. So my alarm went off 6 minutes early because the traffic has a 6-minute delay. That way you can get to where you're going on time. You can change the tone. So let's start recording. New alarm tone. Stop recording and then playback.
New alarm tone.
Saves
New
the
alarm
file,
tone.
and that'll actually play in the alarm. Now, next time your alarm goes off, it'll be that new sound. The map, you can change the location. So let's say my commute, instead of being to the Oregon Zoo from Vancouver, Washington, is to Newburgh. When next time I check for delay, that'll show a different delay time depending on the traffic, and this is verified. I've tested it thoroughly with Bing Maps, and the delays are accurate according to the actual in-browser map application that you can run from any browser. Alright, so that's the demo portion done. Let's look at some code. So, let's go to the top of my assignment here. Alright, basically we have some basic setup stuff. I'm not going to go into that. We have we have a map window that we create. It's just basic map API for iOS. It's not very complicated. We have these annotations. I have this default one that we don't actually use. Maybe I think if you reset the app fresh without saved information, the default destination is set to Oregon State. Traffic point pin is the annotation that you see on screen, and you have your view, which includes the current user location here. Get traffic info. This is the toughest part of my assignment. It's using a REST API from Microsoft using Bing Maps. I had to make an account. This is my key. Probably shouldn't share this, but I don't mind if you guys see it. It's my Bing Maps key, and with this I can request a JSON file from Microsoft REST servers, and using that JSON file I get a whole mess of information about traffic from point A to point B, and this request is generated with this little URL generator I made. Waypoint 0 and waypoint 1 would be user location as 0, and waypoint 1 as being your final destination. I plan on refining this to have multiple waypoints, kind of just select your route. I haven't done this yet. Right now it works pretty well still. So yeah, I query for that JSON file, I parse it here, and using that parsed file, I get basically a giant JavaScript object, and using that object I can receive the travel duration and travel duration with traffic, and running a difference on that, I get my delay. Delay is returned in seconds. Let's see, getting GPS info, this is very rudimentary, basic GPS stuff. I think I got this from the kitchen sink repository, which has a lot of example code. Create base UI, that's pretty basic user interface stuff. It's my alarm window. I have 3 windows, obviously you saw there's 3 tabs. Alarm shut off, a couple labels, play alarm, stop alarm. These are some functions I've had. They're pretty basic for the sound. Let's see. It's on my list here. For my date selector here, as you can see, oh, maybe not. That's not what you're seeing. This is my date selector, time picker. I borrowed this. It's very pretty and it worked perfectly for my use. I could have used an uglier one that I had built, and it was just terrible. So I got rid of it, used something already made, didn't want to reinvent the wheel. Basically, you adjust this selector, which you saw on the first window, and that saves a new alarm time. Check time is what you're seeing down here in the console. Seconds since the day started, so the alarm is just daily alarm. I plan on implementing maybe in the future some alarms for different days, maybe some GPS points for different days. Yeah, so everything's just in seconds. So when the current time and the adjusted alarm match up, that's when the alarm goes off. The alarm set is always, or typically, going to be later, so a greater number than the adjusted alarm, because the traffic delay will shrink the alarm to the adjusted alarm, and when those numbers match, the alarm goes off. Alright, I have this function to get time in seconds. It's to get the date object in JavaScript into seconds, because it actually has a lot of information that I don't need. Recorder window is basic audio recording. I think I got some help with this from Kitchen Sink, and a lot of it was actually pretty easy, so I didn't need too much from there, just a couple bug fixes. Turns out you can't record audio by default in the new version of the iOS simulator, so I had to modify a couple files as I found online how to do it. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but I got the file recording to work, and that was a lifesaver, because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to use the functionality or demo it to you without paying a $100 developer license. Create map window. Again, it's just a basic map. A couple labels. You saw the rest of the map stuff up top. Event handlers. These are all the handlers. I have a couple of them. So let's see. This is for the moving the annotation. So whenever you move that pin, it updates the GPS coordinates for that, so I can query the REST server a little more effectively. This is also for dragging the annotation around. I think right here, I think I might have been a little redundant here. GPS updates, just updates the GPS periodically. It's probably really bad on battery life, but I'm not too worried about that, yes, because it's kind of like a beta, I guess, of this app. Let's see, handle my alarms. This basically, every time you change that, time picker gets your new alarm value and sets it, and if you go back to the video, you will see that being adjusted in the console previously. I'm actually going to close this down because it's bogging down my computer. Alright. Handler alarms, basic stuff. My delay, this is kind of a pain. So I didn't want to... So I checked for the delay every 5 minutes, and I didn't want the adjustment of the delay to kind of jump over the alarm time. So say the delay jumps from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, and you just skip your alarm altogether. This prevents that. It checks the state of the alarm being on or off, and the current time till the alarm goes off. If the time till the alarm goes off is actually a negative value, then and the alarm state is on, then your alarm goes off immediately. So you wake up as soon as possible after that delay is changed. Recordings. This is kind of tricky. There's a lot of playing with this. You kind of have to check your states. So you don't want to start recording if you're already recording. So it's kind of state checker. I got this from Kitchen Sink. Most of this is example code. There's really no better way to do it. I found 100 people had used this exact same method. At the end, you have to start recording. This microphone monitor piece, I wasn't sure how that worked until after a lot of testing I realized I was missing that piece. That's important. Stop recording, similar process. When I stop recording, I save the file. I save the recording to this file variable, and then I save that file variable to my alarm variable, which is saved in application data directory here, shown here. Playbacks, again, it's kind of like the alarm start and alarm stop. This is for the recorder, so you can test your recording. Shake listener, that's very basic. When I run the shake command, I can't actually test it with a real shake. That turns off the alarm as well, and then adding tabs and tab group open, basic stuff. So if we go back to my application, let me take a second here and I'll wrap up. Yeah, I think you've seen everything. Yeah, name's Loren Brown. Thanks for watching.